let's talk about the big B rush on Dust 2. All of the rounds, they tend to do more when they have some kind of a mix buy with Galils, Mac10s, and so on. In this case, 3 Galils and 1 Mac10. Let's break it through, but first let's start off with the first role, and that's Searson. He'll be the guy playing Suicide or top mid. Now he's nading top middle, which will give a smoke, like a nade does, of course, from exploding. And after that, his responsibility basically is trying to get any info on how many people are crossing B, if it's possible, which is of course very difficult for him, and trying to kill any rotations going up towards B. That's his main priority: info and killing, cutting rotations. Which of course, depending on the smoke the cities are throwing, will vary, and he will take a different position. As you can see here, he will be going on top of the box because they were throwing the close mid or smoke. But depending on what smoke they throw, which you can see from spawn quite fast and in Suicide, cross smoke, close mid or smoke, close Xbox smokes, he will be taking different angles, which allows him to be as efficient as possible in getting a kill on the rotation and getting info. That's Season's role. Then, the role of the team. First role, doesn't matter what name it is. Keto, bounce nade into B, and scales. Get towards sides. That's his main priority. Get as close as possible to the sides. Second guy, that being Tapson, he will be the guy to bounce smoke out of tunnels. Boom. And he's like supporting, basically trying to kill the window guy, kill the guy around default or anything else that pops up on B. The third guy, which is Scrimbo, he will be the one responsible for the window flash. And he can play around the smoke, play support, skill with him. He has some options to him, but in this case he's trying to abuse the smoke and play on top of the brick. And then the fourth guy, this case Sun, he'll be throwing 2 of these high right flashes. And now to go back into B to see how it looks. Bounce nade out, bounce smoke coming through, window flash popping, high, right for the T's, left for the cities, popping, and then they're just scaling onto side. But the main reason why they're throwing this utility, the first reason they throw the nades is for anybody who's playing close, to counter them, to play close up. That's one of the counters. Bounce smoking or bounce molotoving into tunnels and playing close up is the bestest way to shut down a B-rush, or one of the best ways to shut down a B-rush. That's the first reason why they throw this bounce nades. Also, it masks sound, of course, in it. Then the second piece of utility throw is the bounce smoke, which stops and throws for them. This smoke, as you can see land in a second, does allow for them to cross more safely and basically nerfs anybody playing close up doors, playing in city, trying to get a kill or something, which makes it very hard, especially if the bounce smoke lands like a bit deeper even. It's even harder for anybody on city or like mid to B to basically catch anybody scaling onto site. That's the uses of the smoke. The window flash, as we have talked about in other videos, does mainly try to catch anybody playing default, anybody sending the open, anybody playing car. Of course, this counters everything. If people want to play some off angle, close angle, like here, they will try to dodge the window flash, or if they try to get a off angle on car, they can dodge it. There's always ways to counter it. But as I talked about, Big likes to do it in rounds where they don't have 5 AKs or 4 AKs and up. They like to do it in rounds where they have Khalils and Mac10s, and they also like to do it in rounds where they know the enemy doesn't have the best utility to basically to block them, which is in this case like the ideal scenario to run. And then the last piece of utility, next to the window flash, we have of course the 2 high right flashes for the T's, which basically allows anybody who's like staying in the open, like here, or anybody playing like the off angles, like here, will get blind by these flashes if they try to dodge like the window flashes basically. So that's mostly the B-rush from Big. I hope you enjoyed this one, and any feedback, let me know.